Dear children, let's continue our fourth lesson by the hands of the nature. Till now, we have completed, we studied the erosional and depositional landforms created by the running water on the surface of the earth. You know children, the rainwater percolates in the ground and makes underground water. Most of the minerals present in the rocks get dissolved as water passes through them. So water is called the universal solvent. And this process, this dissolving process is called solution. Erosion by underground water and the subsequent landforms, subsequent formation of landforms are the result of this solution. Let's identify the landforms created by underground water. Rocks like limestone are easily dissolved in rainwater which percolates to form underground water. Hence, erosional and depositional landforms of underground water are mainly confined to limestone region. Such landform features are generally called karst topography. Let us look at a few landforms created by this underground water. Let's look at the diagram given in your textbook at 414. It's a sketch of a cave formed by this solution of limestone in underground water. Okay, the water with dissolved limestone, it drops down from the roof of such caves and forms some landforms. It solidifies and makes some landforms. That landforms are called stalactites. And the mixture or the drops which fall down in the floor forms another landforms from the floor itself. So such landforms are called stalagmites. Okay, the mixture or the drops which comes from the cave or which comes at the roof of the cave is known as stalagmites, and the landform created by the dripping of this limestone limestone, that is called the stalagmites. And when sometimes it reaches or it merges together, these stalagmites and the stalactites merge together or join together to form like a pillar. Such pillar is called limestone pillars. So only three things: stalagmites, stalactites and the limestone pillar. Okay, listen. The Boro cave near Vishakhapatnam in Srimarga is an example for this limestone caves, and the wonderful landforms have made the caves a tourist hotspot.
Welcome to the natural passages to the most spectacular wonders below the Earth's surface, caves. Right now you're looking at the most common type of caves found in the world, limestone caves. Perhaps what makes these underground rooms so fascinating are the formations which decorate the cave's ceilings and floors. As falling rain passes through the soil layers, carbon dioxide and other minerals from decaying matters are trapped within the solution. Upon reaching the cave, the water droplets fall and the carbon dioxide is released, leaving behind tiny calcite crystals. These mineral deposits are what form all of the cave decorations. Let's take a closer look at some common cave formations. Over here, we have the dripstones. Soda straws are thin-walled, hollow formations that resemble drinking straws. As water drips slowly from the roof of the cave, it deposits a microscopic ring of calcite crystal. Stalactites hang from the cave roof. Nearly all stalactites start their life as a straw. When the straw becomes blocked with calcite or impurities, the stalactite starts to develop and thicken over the years from the solution which runs down its outer surface. Conversely, stalagmites grow upwards from the cave floor due to the accumulation of material deposited from ceiling drippings. Stalactites and stalagmites can eventually join from floor to ceiling to become columns or pillars. However, the process may take up to 100,000 years.
So children, we studied about the landforms created by the running water and also the underground water. Now let's check the landforms in the coastal region or coastal areas. Okay. The landforms created by the erosional and depositional process in the coastal area are created by the waves. Okay, the waves created landforms in the coastal area. There are two types of coastal lines, rocky coast and non-rocky coast. So let's check some coastline landforms. Okay, listen. The steep hillocks facing the sea are called sea cliffs. These sleeve structures are formed by the crumbling of the sea-facing slopes due to this wave erosion. You can see it in figure 470. So it is the given picture is the sea cliff at the Varkala beach in Thiruvananthapuram district. The strong blast of sea waves on the rocky coast caused the wearing down of rocks. As a result of such abrasion by waves, isolated the rock pillars are formed from coastal rocks. Such pillars, like rocks standing upright along the coastal lines, are called stacks. Okay. In picture 418. So this is an example from Thalasheri in Kannur district. This the stacks found in Thalasheri beach. Okay. Beaches are formed as a result of the deposition of waves. Beaches are deposition landforms along the coastal lines formed with sand, gravel, etc. So you can see a beach area. I know you all might have gone for some tourist places like seashore, isn't it? So we can experience sea in a large way. Okay. The next is along the sandy stretches. From that you can identify it is about the desert. So look at that picture in figure 420. Can you list out the features of this desert area? Definitely it have high temperature, low rainfall, a rough wind and dry climate, is it? Okay, listen. Landforms, here the landforms are created by wind. Okay, observe the picture 421. You can see the removal of sand particles by strong winds. The strong whirlwinds means Chudalikat, carry away the dry desert sand from one place to another. This process of wind erosion is called deflation. So, due to this deflation, some landforms are created by the sand itself. Okay. As a result of the continued erosion caused by sand and other rock particles carried by the strong winds, the rocks in desert get worn down. Worn down means weakened. This process of wind erosion is called abrasion. In figure 422, you can see the picture. Okay. Such rocks seen in desert resembling mushrooms are called mushroom rocks. So sometimes these rocks looks like a mushroom. So that rocks are called mushroom rocks. Then sand dunes formed in the desert are a result of this deposition by wind. So such sand dunes commonly formed in crescent shape. Crescent shape means what? Ardha Chandra. Okay. And such shapes are called, such landforms are called birches. Now look at this picture. What is this? This is a picture of snowfield. Snowfields are formed by the continuous snowfall extending over years. The snow-covered mountain regions extended over vast areas and have kilometers thick massive ice sheets. These sheets slowly move from the region where it forms. So, such slow moving mass of ice is called the glacier. Sand and other rock particles are also carried down by these moving ice sheets. Okay, that means these moving glaciers. The rock particles spike to the bottom of these glaciers, rub against and polish the surface over which they move. So this causes the formation of various glacial erosional landforms. Okay, glacial landforms are generally confined to the high mountain ranges and also the polar regions. The movement of glacier along the mountain slopes is depicted in the given picture in 425. Observe the changes happening to the valley of different stages. Different types of valleys as shown in the picture are formed by glacial erosion. So, different types of pictures are given there in your textbook, and these are the glacial erosional. Okay. Armchair like valleys so formed are called the cirques. That means due to the glacial erosion, some regions are formed looks like armchair. So such armchair regions or armchair valleys are called cirques. The erosional caused by the continuous movement of glaciers along the valleys curves out steep-sided and flat-bottom U-shaped valleys. So, the sediments carried down by the glacier will be deposited in the various parts of the valley. These deposit features of these glaciers are known as moraines. So, erosion and also deposition are also taken place. Okay. And observe the diagram in 428 and identify the various parts of the valley in which moraines are formed. So, some pictures also given there. So, children, till now, you are familiarized with the landforms created by erosional and depositional process by the external forces. There are a number of other landforms as well on the Earth's surface. Listen, the elevated regions are leveled down by erosion and low-lying regions are filled by deposition. So, these processes are called degradation and aggradation. So, the process together are generally called gradation as both level the surface of the earth. One is degradation, that means the elevated regions are leveled down by erosion, and the next one is low-lying regions are filled by deposition. So, both these activities or both these processes are called gradation. The surface of the earth is subjected to continued changes due to the various external forces. Some of these changes occur rapidly. Rapidly means very speedily, and some others it's very slowly. The result of slow movements can be perceived only through observations over a long period of time. So if it is a slow movement, we can observe it keenly, then only we can identify. Okay. Look at the picture in 429. You might be familiar with such activities. These pictures indicate the role of human activities in bringing changes to the Earth's surface. Okay, list such changes. Can you do that? So, you have learned from the unit that the surface of the Earth is subjected to continuous changes. So, many changes are taken place on the surface of the Earth. The role of human beings is in bringing about changes on the Earth's surface is significant. The impact of man on Earth environment is ever increasing with the improvement in technology. So, our technology improves, we are depending upon the nature. We are, we are making changes to the Earth's surface. Let us retain the harmony of nature that encompasses the soil, human, trees and all for the future generation as well. So, we have the responsibility to make our nature pure. Okay, don't harm the nature. So, with this, our chapter is over. Our fourth chapter of geography is over. So, study well, my dears. I know some of the activities are given there in your textbook, 1 or 2, I think. So, you can do it with pencil. First, you go through the textbook well, read the textbook properly. Then you can write it. Okay.
Thank you.